Barkley.
Why are you walking so slow? Barkley. Hello.
It's podcast time, buddy. We need to leave that in. That whole clip. Okay. Don't lick yourself on the podcast. It's very unprofessional. Okay. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have Barkley. We have Abraham Jacobs.
Here for episode number 23.
So let's start with the warm-up question.
Yep.
It was a very special episode, first of all. We have our very own podcast member on it. And warm-up question, how was the swim meet today?
So, my swim meet was good. I had a bad event and a good event. Bad event being 100-meter backstroke, which I suck at backstroke.
Okay.
So I'm just swallowing water the whole time.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Is that why you threw up?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, all right.
And then I had a 100-meter freestyle, which I did good in, but I got like second overall. But still, not my best event, but it was fun.
Awesome. All right. So that was a warm-up question. Like I said to you before, you basically know how the format of the podcast goes, but I also mentioned that I have some new questions, and they're right in front of me right here. So I'll start. I'll just throw these in as we go. That'll be all right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So where are you from?
So I was born in the capital of Canada, Ontario, on the East Coast back in 2004. I'm 15 years old. I moved to California, where my dad is from. He grew up in Kettleman. If you guys know where that is, like exactly in between San Francisco and LA. And yeah, we moved back to California when I was 2, and that's where I've been ever since, Lemoore.
All right. So how did you get from Ontario to Lemoore?
Plane.
A plane. Awesome.
Yeah, so it was, I think, the reasons we moved is just because Canada money doesn't go as far, just because it's the government and they have like a 50% income tax.
Got it.
So like you make $80K a year, but you really make $40K a year.
That's crazy.
And everything's just more expensive just because of just how things are ran there. It wasn't as beneficial, and my parents were struggling more financially, and they just felt called to come back to where my dad was from.
Okay, got it. Let me see if I can throw in a question. All right. Okay, so okay, I'll just save these. It's gonna be a little hard. Okay. So what are you up to now? You're 15 years old. You're obviously in high school, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that the 15-year-old Abraham Jacobs is doing right now?
I don't know. So I do this part. Are you okay, boy? Are you okay? I do quite a bit of things. I go to school. I take school very seriously. I do my homework. I get very good grades. I'm at the top of my class.
Awesome.
I swim at least like 2 hours every day. Just trying to get more serious about competitive swimming. I edit podcasts.
Oh, what podcast?
So there's this podcast called the Community Proud Podcast.
Really?
Yeah, they go around. They interview people who have like a part in the community and
Awesome.
see what's up. Yeah.
Wow.
You should check it out. It's pretty cool.
I think I will. I might.
Yeah.
The host sounds handsome.
Oh yeah. No, he definitely isn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so what do you want to do after school? Like, what's your plans? You said you get very good grades. Is there a certain college you already want to go to?
I want to go to UCLA, and I want to swim for UCLA as well because they have a wonderful program. Or University of Southern California.
USC?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I like their swim programs, and I like their schools in general, and I want to go into physical therapy.
Okay.
I think that's really interesting.
Okay.
I like their physical therapy.
Got it. What about continuing swim after college? Do you see yourself doing that?
So one of the main reasons that I want to get more serious about swimming is to see if I could get a scholarship. And that's one of my sole reasons. I do enjoy it, of course, but that's one of my sole reasons. Competing professionally is not something I am is not one of the goals I have directly.
Okay.
But I don't know, I'm just not sure. If I get to a certain level where I'm able to, then yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna let you brag on yourself a little bit because I know you like to stay humble, but you're ranked, right, in locally?
I am, yeah.
Can we hear what those rankings are all about?
So I am. Who's that? Anyways, so for my age group, 15 through 18, I'm ranked number 3 in the valley for breaststroke.
And you're only 15, right?
I'm only 15. I'm at the bottom of my age group. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting the next following years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, you know what? I also got first place in high jump for Valley when I was in 8th grade.
Oh my goodness. That's, man, what can't you do, Abraham? So that's really cool. So no swimming after college. What happens? I'm sorry, not what happens, but what led you or what called you to do specifically physical therapy?
Physical therapy, I want to be active in the fitness community and be able to help people with issues that they have, issues with recovery, issues with pain, because there's so much that just correcting muscle imbalances or just specific just there's so many things that could benefit people and heal their pain, and it's very simple, and I just want to help people like that to just benefit their lives and the health that they have.
Okay. So who are some of the people right now that you look up to in that community?
Oh, in the physical therapy community?
Or the health and fitness community
Yeah, health
in
and
general?
fitness community. Shoot, dude. I definitely watch a lot of YouTube videos.
I know you mentioned something before about the strongman competitions and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, those are sick. Those are really fun to watch. I'm a very big fan of strongman competitions because those guys are absolute beasts. Eddie Hall, retired, but he's my favorite strongman of all time. Brian Shaw's an absolute beast. I'd love to see him do better. He never performs quite as he should, but yeah.
I have no clue, but
it's fine.
I'll agree with you,
Yeah. I like watching powerlifting as well. I wish I could lift weights more often, but I can't just because I've been swimming a lot. And it's good to work out and swim, but you can't do it as often, and you don't want to be as big swimming, you know. But yeah, to throw out some names of some YouTube channels, Athlete X has some wonderful athletic-based fitness videos. Let's see, Greg Doucette, funny dude.
All right.
He's a fitness coach, and he just yells throughout his little videos. He just gets really mad. Just
That's
rants.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's talk about your family a little bit more. What are your parents doing right now? Not physically right now, but what are their careers and yeah.
So my dad is a PE teacher for Stratford Elementary here in Lemoore, outside of Lemoore.
Yeah.
Then
Outskirts.
The outskirts, yeah. And then my mom is an English teacher for Hanford West.
Okay, she was also my teacher at some point.
That's true.
And if you're watching this from Hanford West, she might be your teacher right now, or upcoming, or back then when she was your teacher, I
get
guess.
that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, your mom was my teacher?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have people at the barber shop, they're like, yeah, are you Mrs. Jacobs' son? I was like, yep.
That's awesome. So what else do they do? I know they're pastors, right?
Yeah. So, well, career-wise as well, my mom is going back to school at the age of 30 something. Not exactly sure.
That's good that you don't know.
Yeah.
30 something is good.
So
30. How about that? She's 30.
yeah, exactly. She's going back to school for for counseling credentials, and she's doing a ton of work while maintaining a full-time job.
Awesome.
And it's really awesome. I like seeing. I like that I have people who work so hard around me like that because it's very motivating, and it makes goals as far as how hard you want to be able to push yourself more real to yourself. You know, when you get to see people who are pushing themselves to do things even when they don't feel like it, pushing themselves to benefit themselves and achieve what they want to achieve. When it's around you, it just becomes more real.
Yeah,
you know,
I totally agree with that. It's kind of like, I mean, exactly what you just said. When those types of people are around you, it kind of motivates yourself a little bit more. I feel like.
Yeah.
I remember my mom went back to school at some point, and I was like, man, she's doing work. She had a banking job, so it's an all-day job, and she's coming back home and hitting the books, and she still got straight A's and stuff. And I was like, man, that's like inspiring. And she was like, and she would like still provide for the family, like cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that's what's up. You're still
so I mean, that's
doing all that.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And speaking of, my parents are pastors. They've been pastors for almost as long as I've been alive. Like since I was 1 year old, maybe, or 2 years old.
Yeah.
They've been pastoring in Avenel for the last 13 years. Unreleased news, kind of. They are working to get a church up in Lemoore by September of 2020.
Ooh,
It's gonna be
breaking.
exciting. It's gonna be a lot of work.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and at church I run the audio, the sound, and I do like the slides and lights and stuff.
Okay, cool. So I actually did have a question about that church upcoming in 2020. Are they going to trade off, like for pastoring, like one in Avenel, one in Lemoore, or are they going to have new pastors? Or are they going to trade off?
No, yeah. So they're planning on trading off and also having services at different times in the day. I think I'm gonna be working at both churches.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be around. I'm trying to see people in the community. I'm trying to see people I know in Lemoore out there. You know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Sick. Yeah.
Just from be like your buddies from school or something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be sick. So I want to ask you more about what you do at church. Just kind of like how it's impacted you personally. So I guess how has it? I mean, what are some of the things that you've learned from doing that?
Well, one second. Okay. So, being involved in the church, it's sometimes like I play bass as well for the church, so sometimes it seems like you're just playing bass, or sometimes it seems like you're just moving sliders and faders for the audio, right? But at a certain point, you have to realize that it's to the benefit of God that you do this, you know, and that it's no longer by your work that you're doing the sound, but it's because it doesn't benefit me to do the sound. I enjoy it and I enjoy playing bass, but it's to God's benefit and not mine, and that's my responsibility.
It's to glorify God?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what's up. All right, so you're a busy person, a very busy person. How do you find the time in the day to do your sports, do your school and get straight A's, be the top of your class, do church, and do the podcast? And you still go to bed at a reasonable time.
I do.
I should ask.
I go to bed at like 9:30 because I gotta get that sleep to keep swimming, you know.
Yes.
I just you cut out other things, and it's hard not to get stressed sometimes while working or while feeling really busy. But you got to take it task by task. Really, you got to focus on what you're doing. Like even if you're working on like a project that's immensely taxing or it feels slow and you have other things to do later, you are not only making progress towards what your next task is, but you're fine. You know, like you're fine.
Yeah.
Like it'll get bigger in my head and it'll feel hard, and responsibilities and things I have to do will feel hard, but you just got to break down the moment that you're in right now. It's fine. It's not painful, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not doing badly, you know.
It seems like you're one of those people, and it's a good quality to have. You're just comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like it may be like, oh, I got all this work, but then you're just like, okay, I mean, I'm good though. You know what I mean? That's like that's what your attitude is.
Yeah, I definitely think like the ability to be comfortable with being uncomfortable is one of the most important things in life.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely one of the most important things in life, especially, and you see it especially in sports, especially in swimming when you can't breathe.
Yeah.
And your coach yells at you for breathing.
Yeah.
And it's painful, but and that's like we'll have insane, like I'll only be swimming 100 meters in a meet, right? But we'll have insane practices that are extremely painful. But it's like if you could do this and survive, and you're still living, you're okay. Then how much better can you do when you're doing something less difficult? You know?
Yeah.
So I think being comfortable with being uncomfortable is something that takes practice and something that builds up. You know, something that that you can. It's a skill that you can increase, that you could make better. And it's extremely important.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was also gonna add earlier, the thing I forgot, I was gonna say being uncomfortable helps you grow. That's the only thing I forgot. That's the only way people grow. And the reason why we see so many couch potatoes is because just people don't want to get uncomfortable. And they use other things as either excuses, or if they don't need an excuse for anybody, then they just use them just to use them. Like, I don't know, social media, anything online, basically YouTube, TV, Netflix, you know, whatever, right? And it's like, those things are cool, right? And we use them for the podcast. We use them for ourselves. But it's like a decision, and it's like a decision, crackhead. It's a decision that people have to make, like what do they want to do with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the age of 15, you've made that decision, and it's like, not a lot of 15-year-olds do that. And that's why, you may not know this, but I look up to you because you're 15. Yeah, I know, hearts. You're 15. I definitely wasn't like that at 15. I mean, I did, you know, sports or whatever, and I was probably trying to keep my grades up. Like, I was probably at 15 was my sophomore year. Sophomore year, I'm gonna put it all out there. Sophomore year, I almost didn't play basketball because of my grades.
Yeah.
So at 15, I see you, and you're doing your sport, and you're like you said, top of your class, doing extracurricular stuff as far as sports and church things go, and you're doing the podcast, and it's like, dang, a lot of 15-year-olds could be making that decision as well, and I feel like you could be a front runner for a lot of 15-year-olds, and a lot of even people that or a lot of kids that are not 15 yet, but are, you know, about to make that jump into high school. And yeah,
I think I forgot who said this, but I was watching an interview with someone and they said that if you want to be more successful, or the reason I'm more successful than other people, or the reason I'm just doing better is because I do the things that I know I have to do, but I don't want to do. You know, and I feel like so many people in school are just stressed out, and they'd be so much less stressed out if they just took initiative and took care of responsibilities that they know they have that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, personally, the stress of working saves me the stress of like working and getting stuff taken care of will save me the stress of taking care of it later. You know. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. I also feel like we see that a lot of adults have a higher work capacity, and they're able to do more than children, and I feel like that's just because at a certain age, the responsibilities of having to pay your own bills, take care of yourself, perhaps other people if you have children or whatever, gets forced upon you. You know, like eventually there's so many responsibilities that we're going to have to take care of that it's going to be so much easier to take care of responsibilities if you have a work ethic now.
Yeah. Even if you have like you were saying, stuff to take care of, like families and bills and stuff. I feel like you hit the nail right on the head with that one. So you're all in your endeavors, whether it's swimming, podcast, whether it's church, whether it's high jump, whether it's school, or anything else I don't know of. What's one of your favorite failures? Or have you never even failed before?
No, I definitely have. I don't even know, man. All of them. I regret nothing. I've made a lot of mistakes before, and I honestly regret nothing because where I am right now is so much better. And where I am right now is because of all the mistakes I've made, you know?
Awesome. And how do you want to be remembered as?
Ooh.
Or who do you want to be remembered as?
That's a difficult question because I'm 15.
Yeah. You have so much time to answer this question,
I know.
At the same time, so little time.
I'm gonna be thinking about this in bed before I go to sleep. I'll be like, who do I want to be remembered as? I just want to do what I have to do. You know, the purpose I have on this earth, I want to complete it, and I want to do more, and I want to be able to do, pursue any endeavors that I want to pursue, and take all the opportunities I have to do things. And yeah, that's it. I want to better other people's lives and be important. As weird as that sounds kind of selfish, but I want to feel important.
I understand that. Is there anything else that I missed that you want to add?
No, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen that's listening to the podcast or watching the podcast right now, before I came here to Mr. Abraham Jacobs' house, I wrote up some new questions, and when I say wrote up, I mean I copied and pasted them from online. So I don't want to take any credit. These aren't my questions. These are questions that I've stole. Just so we're clear. Okay. Number one, I think there's 11 or 12 or something like that. Tell me about someone that has touched your heart, and tell me about someone that has changed. It says your practice. Let me do just someone that tell me about someone that's touched your heart. I can save your practice for someone that's like a doctor or something, or
someone that's touched my heart.
Besides Jesus.
Yes, besides Jesus, of course. So my favorite people who help me are my coaches. Whether it's with track or whether it's whatever, with sports I've done even when I was younger as well. I like coaches, and I like teachers who coach. You know, I like teachers who who know what you have to do to get better and tell you what it is, you know. And I think that's, I don't know, that just makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Coaches make me happy. Yeah.
Awesome. What makes you feel inspired or like your best self?
When I get to see the results of my actions,
Okay.
because it shows that I'm not working hard for no reason.
Got it. I'm gonna add something to that question. Or is that too deep?
No, that's fine.
I would say I'm also gonna do what makes you feel the opposite of that, basically. What makes you feel uninspired? Inspired.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes.
Okay, so
So it's kind of a negative question, but
yeah, a little bit. What makes me feel uninspired is, I don't know, man. Just repetitiveness, which is hard because repetitiveness goes along with consistency. But I don't know. If things feel repetitive, then you need to be stirred up in it or renewed, or realize the true purpose of what you're doing and the true result of what you're doing. You know.
Got it.
I don't know. That's a hard question for me to answer.
Got it. Going along with that answer, since you have pastors for parents, do you feel like a lot of people that are turning away from God are feeling that way? That they're feeling uninspired and things are repetitive? And that's why you see so many Christians kind of fall off?
Well, I think that as far as Christians falling off, I think the most common reason is just because it's either something that they've been raised up in and they haven't seen much proof of, or haven't themselves looked into why they believe or why they go to church or why any of that, right? I think a decline in religion has led to people having more problems emotionally, and I don't want to be disrespectful to people with other religions or anything like that, right?
Got it.
But there's a point when you don't have a purpose higher than yourself, or when you don't look up to something as more important than yourself, then you lack motivation. Or there's less of a reason for anything to happen, you know? I feel like I wish I had a better answer for this,
No, you're doing good.
because I don't want to come off as ignorant or anything. But
Yeah. You're doing all right.
yeah, that's all I have. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Third question. We're only on 3. We have like 12. If you could have a billboard with anything on it, what would it be and why?
Ooh.
So it could be like, well, you know the question.
Yeah. If I could have a billboard, what would I want on it?
Community Proud Podcast. No.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I would love to. I actually, yeah. Yeah, I would want a community proud podcast. That would be sick.
That'd be dope.
2, I think that'd be very helpful for this, and that would honestly make me happy.
When I saw this question online, when I copied and pasted it and didn't think of it on my own, just want to clarify that again. It reminded me of the question that one of my favorite podcasters, Chris Drama Path, always asks in his Short Story Long podcast. He asked something like, if you could prescribe something to the whole world for an entire month, for a whole 30 days. So when I copied and pasted and not thought of that and not think of this question on my own, because I just want to clarify that once again. It reminded me of the question that Chris Drama Path always asks in his Short Story Long podcast. normally towards the end, he goes, if you could prescribe something for 30 days to the whole world, what would it be?
I like that question too, and I was gonna ask if I could answer that question anyways if you didn't say it.
Yeah. Go for it.
Sleep and eat.
Sleep and
Oh
eat.
my goodness, people have horrible sleep schedules and they're not eating. So much, just scientifically, so much dopamine is produced from gut health. And sleep is so important for your body. You don't even know, man. I see people, especially in high school, just people neglecting their sleep, just staying up to like 4 and waking up at 6. And I was like, oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
That's so horrible.
And then they won't eat breakfast.
I know they don't eat breakfast. Eat at least at a caloric maintenance level, if not
What does that mean?
like an amount that you won't lose or gain weight, kind of.
Got it.
Like the sufficient amount of calories your body needs.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah. Eat a sufficient amount of food and sleep. And try that for a week, and you'll probably feel better than you do right now. You know, it's crazy.
Got it. Awesome. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, what would it be? Or who would they be? And why?
Okay. So I don't know. I don't have specific people or specific legends that I would want to hang out with, but some people just seem like some of the most amazing people in the world, or just like people who have done so many things. And so one of those people is The Rock. I was thinking about this the other day too. So
Rest in peace to his dad, by the way.
What?
Rest in peace to his dad, by the way.
Of course. Man, I can't think of anyone else, but I definitely thought of this not too long ago.
I think about it a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a...
Oh,
I
The
have
Rock.
this-
Tyler, the Creator's pretty cool dude.
It's definitely on my list, too.
Yeah. Can't think of anything else, but
Got it.
yeah.
I have this list somewhere where I've been thinking about this for a long time, like years. And I don't know where it's at. I must have made it a long time ago, maybe a few years ago, but it's like imaginary dinner table. Like who would I want to have at my dinner?
Yeah.
And it's a list of like, I don't know, and I have like a little guest list for it. And like what would I serve and stuff like that. I made it a
What
long
foods
time
do you have?
ago.
What foods do you have?
It was like fancy foods. I don't remember. Probably steak and lobster or something like.
Dang.
But I had people like Frank Sinatra and Tyler Creator and like who else? Tim Duncan and like just people like that.
That's sick,
Like
that's
my
sick.
favorite people. Okay. We're talking about what's the main topic we've been talking about? Because this next question is what's a common myth about blank, and can you debunk it? So what's a common myth about anything that
common
you
myth about
specialize in right
blank.
now? What's a common myth about health and fitness that people think they have to do in order to be healthy?
Ooh.
And you can debunk it.
Okay. One, the keto diet is stupid. Which is the most flat out plain thing I can say. The keto diet is stupid. Not especially for building muscle. Your muscles have glycogen stores. Where's glycogen come from? Carbs. What does the keto diet not let you have? Carbs. You need carbs to build muscle, right? And you're like, also carbs give you so much more energy than just proteins and fats. Like, what's up? Oh, so listen, you're gonna be so much happier, you're gonna be so much energetic, you're gonna be able to get more stuff done if you have carbs. Literally, everyone wants to just cut something out and make it plain and give you the secret to losing weight or putting on more muscle, right? But dude, it's just have a normal balance of food. If you want to lose weight, go in a caloric deficit, but don't cut out all carbs,
Got it.
right? Because you're gonna be so much happier if you have a full range of nutrients, and you're probably gonna look better too. You know,
Okay. Dope.
it just makes me mad. Honestly, the keto diet, it's
feel
just
that.
it's all about marketing.
Yeah.
It's marketable. And now that it is a commonly used phrase, they can market it and have people promoting it and have like fitness like entrepreneurs and Instagram girls that'll be like, yeah, I've been on the keto diet for like 3 months now and I feel great. You know, it's just marketing, man.
Got it.
It's annoying.
Awesome. I love these questions. Do you like these questions so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. Are there any, I don't like this question that much, but I'll ask it anyway. Are there any resources, I don't like it for you, I bet you I can ask this question to someone who's works like Josh does, Joshua Cordero with
Yeah.
Remscape. Are there any resources that have helped you, that have really helped you on your journey?
People in the internet.
Got it.
Because people who have been there, people who know what they're talking about, are a wonderful source to have for literally anything. Literally for any topic, there's people who have been there and have done it and probably done it better than you. So listen to them. They probably know what they're talking about. And then to the internet, it could be bad and it could be good. And a lot of people just say, oh, media is bad, or technology, all the technological advances that we have today, oh, it's a bad thing because it's caused this and this and this, right? But
Well, it's like
really,
we said earlier, I don't mean to interrupt either. It's like we said earlier, they got to make a choice what they want to do with that technology.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not inherently good or bad. It's a tool.
Yeah.
It's a tool, and with an axe, you could chop down a tree or build a home, or you could accidentally cut yourself in the leg. You know,
Yeah.
and you decide what you do with it.
Got it. What's your favorite word?
Oof. What's the word I say a lot? I don't know, man.
Caloric.
Caloric. Caloric. I do say caloric. Caloric is a fun word.
I would say.
It also does a lot of things. I'm gonna say this wrong, so sorry, Mrs. Reynolds, my English 2 teacher. Juxtaposition. Juxtaposition is a literary device where you have opposing or contrasting details put right next to each other. So, for example, in Fahrenheit 451, Montag, there's this guy, he's his boss, right? And he ends up killing his boss with a flamethrower, right?
Yep.
And then after his boss burns into flames and then crumbles into ashes, and after he incapacitates 2 of his coworkers, he walks and he sees a single like orangish fall leaf just fall and softly float to the ground.
Got it.
And it's just juxtaposition. It's a fun word.
Got it.
It's my favorite word.
I don't even know how to say it, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, it's weird.
Fun fact about those books, or not those books, that one book, and you're also reading The Great Gatsby this year too, I'm assuming?
I finished it, yeah.
Got it. I had those because I went to King's Christian freshman year and I transferred sophomore year. I had those 2 books my freshman and junior year, because freshman year our freshmen and sophomores got combined into one English class, so we were reading what they were reading. And so I had those 2 books twice in my whole high school career, and I didn't read them once. Don't tell your mom I said that. She probably knows based off my essays, but yeah. So, fun fact. What are you not very good at? I like this one. I like this one.
I like this one too. Skating.
Skating.
I wish I could skate, and I just need to skate more. I just don't have enough time to skate often, but I like skating. Something I'm not inherently good at is I don't know. Sometimes socially, I'm weird.
Got it. I think that's with age, though.
Yeah.
I think I was like this, even worse, I think, at your age. So
Good.
You're doing good.
Good. Yeah, I don't know.
God, I'm still a little awkward. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, the thing is, everyone wants overpowered superpowers. So they're, bro, yeah, you could do this. Well, guess what? My superpower would be telepathy, bro. Right? But like, I think about it, and this also comes with like when I think about in like whether it's the DC or Marvel universe, which superhero I would want to be. I want to be the most fun superhero. I don't want to be like the most overpowered superhero. Like people are like, oh man, I want to be Superman because he's like indestructible and can fly and super speed and has like Superman's overpowered, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd rather be Spider-Man. He's sick, bro.
Oh,
Spider-Man's tight, bro. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I wanna
That's
just,
what's up.
I just wanna swing around like that and do backflips.
All right, I want to be able to get those batteries from off the chair right there and just be like, tss.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to change this real quick. All right. If you were a type of food, what would you be and why?
Ooh, a burrito because I like them. I love burritos.
Burritos are tight.
Man, oh my goodness. It's just, I'm going to say caloric again. It's so calorically dense and delicious. And it just, oh man, it's a whole meal right there.
Yeah.
And I just, especially because I need to eat a lot of food for swimming, I love burritos.
I feel that.
But if I was a food, I don't know. I'd be like, I don't know, man. I'd be something that takes like a really long time to prepare. And then you're like, oh, why'd I do this? I'm playing. I don't know.
I like that, burritos. Last one. And this is actually my question. I wanted to ask this question to several people, and I haven't had the guts to, but I think I might start throwing it in, because whatever. What do you think of participation trophies?
Ooh, that's a good question. So,
Thank you. I thought of that one.
So with everything being easy now and kids not having to try, goes along the same things with the participation trophies. I literally think they have no meaning now. So at first like when we first started giving everyone trophies, everyone participation trophies, kids are like, yo, I got a trophy, right?
Yeah.
But now that literally everyone gets a trophy, it's just
Not special.
It's like it's overused. It's like you use a word so much that it doesn't have any meaning anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have any meaning. It's useless.
Yeah.
It's like, man. It's just another thing to like take place in your room now.
Yeah. Honestly, you're right on the nose. I used to put my trophies up. Not way back when, probably recently, before I moved out with my parents, before they moved to Texas. I don't remember putting up any participation trophies.
Yeah.
I always liked putting up my best trophies, the one we've earned, you know what I mean? The one that we had to beat people for, not the ones that we got because we played
soccer.
because we played, you know what I mean? Thanks for competing, here's a trophy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Those are good answers. Good answers. I like these questions. I'm going to keep some, probably delete some, probably add some more, take away some more. Thank you for being the first one to test these out.
That's what's up, yep.
Well, thank you guys, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time in the next episode.
Episode 24.